Realistically, where does Night City and the rest of the cyberpunk world go beyond 2077? Now, this feels like an insanely loaded question, but I swear, just hear me out. Now, for anyone who may have missed the past few videos, I've been talking a lot about the history of Night City, and eventually I'm going to get to the things outside of Night City. However, one thing we learned time and time again is that corporations are king. More specifically, cash is king, and that's where I believe that this world is going to go. There's still things like the Night City City Council, there's still things like the NUSA, there's still things like the president of the NUSA. There's still different forms of government that for the most part still run majority of the world. However, I'd be remiss to ignore things like the fact that the Unification War ended simply because Arasaka decided they were going to aura farm their way into being unbanned from Night City. The mere presence of Arasaka got the entire NUSA to back down from a war simply because they knew they were not going to be prepared for the firepower Arasaka would have brought. I think that the corpos know that they have this much power, and the fact that they're still trying to be secretive is a bit interesting to me. They could very well cause a hostile takeover, and rather than having governments, you would have different corporations running different parts of the world. Ultimately, I do think it might lead to another corporate war, which is basically this world's version of the World War, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. Where do you think that Night City and Cyberpunk as a whole is headed after 2077? And if you aren't already, be sure you're following and subscribed on all platforms.